Okay, so we're now broadcasting, guys. So at this point, we're probably waiting for people to tune in and whatnot, and all that kind of crap. So we're gonna watch a bit of Crawford's video here. So Crawford's the guy who's currently like nailing a lot of the 5-inch leaderboards in IRL. Took a couple of trophies off our this Robo guy. I don't know who he is anymore. He kind of disappeared, I think. But yeah, up and coming, most definitely Crawford are here. Stupidly called himself Pure FPV for a little while, but realized that wasn't quite hitting the meta. Went back to a bit personal, and he's now Quadford or Crawford. I think you should say Crawford, man.
It's Quadford right now. I need to change it on YouTube and everything else.
Yeah, man. Okay, but yeah, your flying's coming on Epic in IRL. Started in the simulator. Definitely an up and comer. You just sent a package across to one of our other members, Charlie. Everyone knows Charles, or Awesome as he's on the channel. And basically, could you tell us what was in the box, other than the toilet paper? Crawford.
Oh, I thought you wanted Charles. So I sent him a pair of Eachine goggles too. They were the goggles that I started off with. I flew them for about 6 months, and then I decided to upgrade just because I wanted something smaller to carry around. But they're great goggles. I would definitely recommend them if you're starting out.
Oh no, that went terrible. Okay. Charles, we're actually on you on the camera now. Could we have a look at these goggles, please? Charlie?
I'm talking inside of Hangouts, so it should pick me up through Hangouts, shouldn't it?
No, man, there's no audio through the Hangout, sorry.
Just okay, that's fine. Just through Discord.
Yes, please. Sorry to be awkward, Charles.
I'm gonna actually mute the Twitch here, so I don't get feedback when I'm talking. It's almost like singing what's that one song where somebody will start and somebody will
Like a round.
sing the same song. Yeah, I'll sing the same song like 5 seconds behind you. That's what it sounds like. Anyways, I can't believe you still got the box of this thing. All my boxes end up in the trash the next day. My wife's fault. Got a battery here. On top of the box. Ready to go. Got the charger for it.
It's like a little barrel adapter, is it? Oh, okay, yeah. It's a standard goggle barrel adapter type thing.
I'm charging the adapter, so later on I can charge the battery.
Yep, no diode in that circuit.
Ah, looks like a brand new pair of. Is this the same phone, or is this a thinner phone, thicker phone?
It's a different thickness. I can't remember if it's thinner or thicker, but just in case it ever wears down, you can replace it.
We'll cut back to Crawford. Yeah.
Okay, I got the got the cable for it. HDMI cable. Dude, you still got the instructions for it too.
Yeah, he's looked after it. You can tell so far. Are we gonna get to the exciting bit yet, Charles? Because everyone wants to see these goggles.
There it is.
That's a little bit of a what's under the skirt, Charles? Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
So this is like two pieces of foam with all of the gubbins all stuck between it, is it? Or no? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I really loved the foam it was made out of instead of like a hard plastic because it made it super light on the head.
What's it feel weight-wise, Charlie? First impressions, does it feel?
Can we just give a quick shout out to Ryan, who's watching us on Twitch?
Hey, Ray.
Sorry, I'm talking to you all. I guess you can't hear me because I'm not queuing up here.
So,
Hi Ryan. The foam actually feels like it's a little bit softer foam too. It's not like a star foam like you get a package in the mail.
mm-hmm.
It's a little bit softer.
Lower density. So if we plug a battery into those and have a look at the screen, are we going to get some OSD on there, Crawford, or is it just? I assume that there's some sort of OSD functionality.
I don't. What about the? Should antennas be on it?
A transmitter needs antennas to be powered. A receiver necessarily doesn't. But
It's fine with no antenna.
yeah, you can run it without them, but you won't be able to get any real range with it. That's not what we're testing here. It'd just be watch it fire up and do the OSD fire over. That's assuming there's any charge left in that battery after charging up the charger. Anything happening inside, Charles? Do you have a light on the side? Got a very bright screen. Pretty.
Yeah, it looks like a static TV.
Cool. So what we'll do now is, while Charles has a look at these goggles a bit deeper, we'll cut over and have a look at Crawford's video because something went wrong earlier. We'll try that again. Cool. So how long have you been on The Sims now, Crawford?
I've been on the sim for over 2 years. I think I simmed for about 3 months before I actually got an actual quad. And I've been flying. I can actually get you a date on the first time I flew a drone. Just off my channel real quick.
We'll be putting a link to Crawford's channel just below this video.
So my first flight was on March 26th of 2017.
It's a very specific answer. I wasn't quite expecting specifics like that, but cool anyway. So you're currently on a remix frame. How are you liking that?
I'm loving it, especially after I upgraded to 5mm arms. It doesn't have any twisting in the frame, and it should prevent against delamination a lot better.
Cool, Mom. Cool. Well, your flying's definitely coming along quite nicely. I've seen you fly in a simulator though, and it's nothing like watching you YouTube. the things I've seen you dodge at 200 million miles an hour, my eyes are like warping in my head. It's incredible, dude. You really need to keep it up. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So other things we want to talk about is we're going to be doing some projects live on the Twitch and the YouTube and whatever else. They're going to be mostly uncut, and then there'll be like videos on the channel that you'll get notified about that'll like give you the bits that you need to see to really enjoy it. But if you're interested in the behind the scenes of how it all comes together, every time we're doing anything towards a project, or even just talking about it, ballparking, that sort of thing, we're going to be throwing on the live stream and going that way about it. Hopefully getting some feedback from anybody who watches these videos, trying to get like interesting ideas from you guys who want to, like, what do you want us to see us making, anything you want to see how it works, build your own, give us a shout and try and get in touch through one of the channels. Sazzle's got a whole array of social media outlets that you can get in touch with her directly through, or just hit the comment on wherever you watch. So Charlie, you've been fondling those goggles for a little while now. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I can't wait to use them, man.
How do they feel weight-wise and etc.? That they feel like they're gonna be?
They really don't feel heavy at all. I mean, I can feel the lens out front. I mean, I can feel the screen out front. I mean, that's it, and it's still super light. I mean, that's nothing. I haven't put them. I haven't put them up to my face. I haven't strapped them on yet, but the weight is that won't bother me at all.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
The screen is like it's almost concave when you turn it on. You can see the screen concave. It looks like.
I think that has to do with the lens in there. You can't really tell once you've got the goggles on.
Just need to get me a set of antennas now.
The ones you've already had last week, do they not fit? Standard dipole type? I'm sure we had some that we were playing with.
Yeah. I got it. I got some dipole. Yeah, they should fit right on there.
Yeah. Bang those on, and haven't you got a whoop that's got a camera working right now?
No, I got to change the end on it.
Have you
Remember,
got the ends?
it came with the wrong end.
Well, that's something we need to get on with. Because it'd be cool to get you actually flying. Because I'm sure that's pretty as far as away from flying you are right now. I think that's the missing part.
It is now.
It is now. So that'll definitely be interesting. Yeah, sure. Go to my screen. Okay, so I bought this a little while back as an idea for a project. I want to make a little. It's under restocking right now, but I'll find an alternative if they don't come back in before I edit this video out. But the idea is we're going to make a really light little park flyer using brushed motors and cheap shit that you can buy online that ain't crap. That's it. So it comes from China, so it's cheap, but it's not crappy because we tested it before we recommended it. And we're not actually affiliated with anybody either. We didn't sell our soul, so that means we're honest. So you can enjoy what you build. So we're going to build these little brushed quads. So we're going to buy these little flight controllers, something like this. This is the one we've got. Sazzle can show you some of the other parts. Well, I can't be asked finding them on the screen. So if you could just run. So the reason we're going to use this little Fly Sky receiver and these motors and everything else is because they're all kind of really cheap. I've got an alternative like measurement here that I'm going to use for anybody who's watching who's an FR Sky, because I'm an FR Sky guy myself. The only reason this is Fly Sky is because once I've built it, I'm going to let one of the kids fly it, and they've got evolutions. So, yeah, we're basically going to build this little micro quad. The idea is we're going to reverse 3D printer frame using PETG. A couple of different printing methods, cut it a few different ways just to show you the difference on how they hold up under like a crash and whatnot. The idea is to make it really, really light, but really, really affordable, and a hell of a lot of fun on cheap batteries. So that's the project. Now these motors here, do you see that they're on eBay? They're cheap as shit. You can get them from Banggood. They're anywhere. Don't think you're going to get the same flight response out of those motors if you buy the cheap ones, because you won't. But they will still fly mostly if they work when you get them. But you know, it depends on economy. The expensive ones don't last longer, but they do perform better, majoritively speaking. But be careful where you buy from. The flight controller we're using, as you look, it's like 2.42 grams, so she weighs absolutely nothing at all. No matter which way you measure it, it's a really light flight controller. And as we said, this is like the smallest FlySky controller I've got knocking around. This was sent to us from Bockhard in Belgium, so we'll see if it works. And if it does, it'll go in the build. Like I say, these motors, I think these ones are the cheapest ones you can buy. They're like $1 a piece, £1 a piece, whatever. Just they're cheap. But they're like 5.2 grams each, so they're kind of heavy. But they're 8.5 millimeter motors, so that they've got a lot more torque. Because we were hoping to carry a big battery. Now this might be a little too big. It's this one weighs at 17.3, so she's a big 1S battery. That one's out of a Cyma. I've got some other batteries knocking around, but today when we were just setting up, that was the first one that came to hand, and I thought, I wonder if it'll drag that around. If we can get the lift frame light enough, maybe. The flight controller is nothing special, but it does have like OSD and everything you'd want from a little micro. We're gonna have a little beeper and all that kind of good stuff. But the idea of this is it's cheap. Like the flight controller, that's less than £13. The motors are like £1 a piece. Your receiver, I think they're about, I'm not sure, maybe about 7 or 8 quid. So you're talking about 10 quid there. The 3D print, some props, the battery, whatever you're missing, it's going to add up. But you know, if you've got access to a receiver, a transmitter, and a set of goggles, then we are eventually going to FPV this thing. First step is make it fly, and then we're going to add the FPV afterwards, because, well, that's just progression of the design, and the fact that it just works better because of the way I want to mount the camera. But yeah, we're just basically going to jump in Fusion. We're going to basically go over how we're going to like make the frame, draw it all out. We're going to do it in a way that uses parameters, so that like all the different measurements for the flight controller, and the different bits that I'm planning on using, we've got all those noted down. We're just going to basically put those in as parameters, and then using variables to create the quad. So if we wanted to change a motor size out, or just a flight controller, or use a different receiver, we just tap a different number in, and hopefully our sketches will all update, and our model will work for any of the cheap and happy little flight components that you can buy from China. We're not affiliated with Banggood, but we do post affiliate links, but we don't get paid or sent free stuff. Not sure if I'd like them to, because then you couldn't trust me, but I don't know, they got some cool toys. Nah, I'm not going to sell out, it's fine. But anyway, that's where we're at. We're going to buy a cheap flight controller, and we're going to measure it up, we're going to jump in Fusion, and we're going to bang a design together. And on that note, anybody else got anything any ideas that want to go towards that? No? All good? Cool. That's what we'll do then.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, everybody say goodbye. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. You girls go say bye as well. You go say bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Oh.
Yeah. You good yet? No. Okay, we're going this time. She's almost found the off button.
Leave me alone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.